Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Mokeba Show. Wednesday morning, October 7th, 2020. The coronavirus pandemic. So I just want you to know that I was watching this show, or at the beginning of the, I should start like this. At the beginning of the pandemic, back in March and April, I was looking up different doctors that were great around the country and around the world. And I found this doctor, Eric Nepute, Aricnepute, Eric Nepute. He's on Facebook. He's on other social media platforms as well as YouTube. There was a decent amount of really great doctors out there, but there were very, very, very few that would talk about their patients, their trial, not private things about their patients, just the recovery rates, what they were doing for medicines and everything, what they were doing for recovery. And so there was him that I first found. He was the first one. Or no, there was a couple others. I watched some others, but then I came across him, and the things he was saying just really caught my attention. He said he was putting all of his patients on high-dose zinc, high-dose vitamin D3, and high-dose vitamin C. All three of them. Zinc, D3, and vitamin C. And 99% of his patients were recovering just like that within a week or two. And then a lot of patients also were recovering in 2, 3, 4 days that didn't have the symptoms really bad. And now, and as it went, month after month after month, more and more and more doctors started doing that. He would make, starting back in like April he would make a video, sometimes 2, 3 videos a day about it on Facebook, other social media platforms, and it was just so good of news that he wanted to start putting it out there. He wasn't ever on social media before that, or, he's a doctor. I mean, most doctors aren't, so, but how bad this was, it was a pandemic. He wanted this, this regimen out there, this, cure out there. It's basically a cure. It's not a vaccine, but it's a cure. I mean, you're better within 3 to 4 days, all the way up to a week or two. Unlike people would die in a week or two, So, yeah, it's just that I wanted to get this out there because there are a lot of people that don't know about this regimen still. And I'm telling you. And the thing is this is a preventative measure as well. You should take these vitamins daily anyways, just in regular doses, not high doses. If you're sick and you got the infection and you got COVID, you want to double your doses. And you can look it up though. Go on aricnepute.com or put in Eric Nepute on Facebook. And you'll find him. He's a doctor from St. Louis, Missouri. Down in the Lou. He's a good doctor. He's really good. He teaches and he helps people all around the world. He's been like that before the pandemic. And so it's just, go check them out and you can get that regimen on there. Because it's helping a lot of people. And pass it around. Telling everyone about the regimen a lot of doctors are using nowadays. Eric Nepute, Ericnepute. His name. You can find him on Facebook, other social media platforms. And yeah, I was just telling him how back in March and April, I was looking up doctors and what they thought about this and everything, what they thought about the pandemic, and there was very, very few online on social media talking about it. Being their doctors, so most doctors aren't on social media.
Well, and they're so busy from fucking doing other shit like studying and trials and
this guy. There was a few I found. There's a few out of millions of doctors in our country. There's a few, and after watching some, I found him. Just everything he said really caught my attention. And that he said 99% of his patients were recovering, and he was using high-dose zinc, high-dose vitamin D3, and high-dose vitamin C. And now they all use that, and that's what they gave Trump. And
you should be taking that before, just on a daily basis. It helps your immune system.
I just told him that.
So you don't even get symptoms if you do get it.
That high dose, I just was telling him that. The high dose is when you got the COVID. Actually, when you got the COVID, you want to double your dose milligrams, they say.
Right. So take it
Preventive, you don't even want to take the high dose. You want to take it regularly.
Right.
But zinc, vitamins, obviously vitamin C and vitamin D, but zinc is also, all of them are good for you.
Yeah, just not even for COVID, just for all of
them. That's what keeps your immune system really good. They all support your immune system. Just, it helps you get it, it just helps certain things feel better in your immune system. There's a couple things that help you get that stuff into your system, get your cells up. It's called quinine. It's called quinine and something else. I forget the name of it. But if your body is hard to absorb stuff, break it down. Yeah, you can get a couple things. One of them called quinine. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's something like if you put in quinine or whatever you feel like that spelling is, it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up, and it's a vitamin you can take that helps put that stuff into your system and metabolize it even faster.
Because you're taking nutrients doesn't mean your body's absorbing it. Even like things you eat, or even like protein powders, if your body can't break it down and absorb it, you're not. So it says 33 grams of protein per serving doesn't mean your body's actually getting that. Yeah, depends on how your system breaks it down and absorbs it.
Yeah, that's true. They give one of them two things. I forget what the other one's called, but they give that to a lot of patients with the D3, zinc, and vitamin C. They give that to, I think it's older people, a lot of older people, they give that stuff to, he said their bodies aren't pretty breaking stuff down as fast.
It absorbs right, so it just goes right through your system and shit it out, and you don't even get it. There's a lot of things just for body breaking down and absorb. Calcium's one of them.
Oh yeah, that's a major thing in D3 is calcium.
Calcium and D,
yeah. D3 is a major calcium supporter. Yeah, I think that vitamin, if you're feeling sick, or if you are sick, but you don't need to prevent it. The government is even giving it out for free right now. They want people to take it so much that they started you can get it for free on his site here in the background. Free bottles. Because it helps so much. It's going to increase like the traffic. It's going to get more active. in that store, and then before that, they were testing other countries. And then all the way through, like, they're touched by probably hundreds of people by the time they get to you, because they're touched by people on the manufacturing lines that are making them. Before that, if they're products that have multiple things with them, because then they're getting touched by multiple things in different manufacturing lines, sent to one, touched by them, shipped out, touched by people on the shipping people, touched by the people on the trucking service, touched by people in the store. There's so many people that are touching them. So before you, these are like the key things. Before you go into your vehicle, if you can remember, try to do is put on hand sanitizer before you get back into your vehicle. But if your vehicle's infected already, make sure you put on that hand sanitizer before you go into your house. And then the key thing also is that your shoes. Make sure you take off your shoes at the door, because there's germs, so many germs at the door, like everywhere you go. I know, like, every once in a while you slip up, and that's fine, because some germs you need to keep your system strong even. But, like, every once in a while, you know, you slip up and forget. But for the most part, don't do it every day. That's the main thing. Don't go into your house every day after you just touched everything in these stores and you know, and walk around with your shoes on. Because when you're walking around with your shoes on, people don't realize this, is then later on you're walking around in your socks in that same bacteria, and then you got your feet up on the couch in the recliner in bed and wherever, and then say you sit down in that same spot a couple days later, or your wife sits down where your feet were, and then she stands up, and later on you slap her in the ass, or you grab her ass, or you're hugging her or whatever, and then you put your hand on her face while you kiss her. Now she's got all that same bacteria from fucking China's crazy animals on her face. You know, like, it's just so sick. You don't realize what.
Well, it's so hard to fucking.
And you can't see the stuff, so it's so hard to watch and
all
prevent.
Do is fucking quarantine. That's the only way to fucking avoid it.